Another brick fan with a Harry Potter set. This is the Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition. This is set 76391. It was released in September 2021. Has 3,010 pieces, 3 minifigures, and cost about $250 when it was released. Now I have to admit, when I first heard about this set, I wasn't very interested. And I saw some of the pictures and I thought, well, it looks okay. And I am a Harry Potter collector. I've collected all of the sets that have been released over the last few years, and I have a few of the original sets that were released. But this, in person, is just a fantastic set. That Hedwig build is just incredible. The way it looks, and it's such a good display piece. The set, as you can see, includes many of the important items from the Harry Potter series. So if we move down here, you can see many different things here. So looking down here, you can see there's a display there with a chocolate frog card. There are 3 of the Golden Anniversary Harry Potter minifigures: Professor McGonagall, Rubeus Hagrid, and of course, Albus Dumbledore. Take a closer look at those in a minute. You see Harry Potter's glasses there. There's also a potion vial of Felix Felicis, the luck potion. There's a brick-built chocolate frog down there. You can see that pile of books. Harry Potter's wand is there, as well as the acceptance letter for Harry, as well as the golden snitch. And then, of course, Hedwig here caps it all off. There's a few other pieces here in the back we'll show you here in just a minute, but let's take a look at some of the smaller pieces first. Let's start off with Harry Potter's glasses. These are quite well done with just a couple of ring pieces here. So these are a newer piece that just has these Technic pin receivers here on the sides, or the square pins on the sides, and these rings, and then we just put them together to create the glasses, so that those nice round Harry Potter glasses. Here is the Felix Felicis potion. You see there's a nice little sticker there with the ad for it. And this is an actual glow-in-the-dark. So this is an actual glow-in-the-dark material here. So this will glow as you look at it. The chocolate frog is a nice brick-built frog, where you see this little gap here for his mouth. The eyes are actually on those little angled pieces that we started seeing in the collectible minifigure series that allows you to pose those figures. So there's just a post there, and then it's kind of angled, so that puts those eyes up there. The legs kind of move out on the side, so there is a little bit of motion, of course, in the legs. They can be moved down and splayed out a little bit so that you get a nice pose this frog just a little bit. And I think this brick-built frog turned out really nicely. There are pieces for the different house scarves. Now, you can't do all 4 at the same time because some of them use the same colors, but this, of course, is Gryffindor. And then we can pull up the gray and green here. And then, of course, the gray and green for Slytherin. Then, of course, there's the black and red and the blue and yellow for the other 2 houses. Harry Potter's wand you see here, and it does attach to the base. This is a little bit more detailed of a brick-built wand, and it's pretty much life-size. I like the use of these kind of rock pieces here to make a very substantial handle. Then the wand itself comes out here. Now you notice there is a pin right here, and if you look underneath the books here, there is a receiver there, so you can put this pin in there to make the wand stay in place. It allows you to position that just a little bit. Looking down, you have an open book on the bottom, which the way these pages were built is by using these little L-shaped pieces. and then stacking those up. So those are actually in there loose, but then they're held in by the bricks around them. And then you see there are two more books stacked on top, a dark blue and a dark red, which look very nice. You can see some of the detailing there done with these sculpted pieces here. Of course, a brick-built golden snitch up here. As we move up, you see the brick-built golden snitch right here, which is kind of on a little post that runs on the outside. There, of course, is this letter here, which is inviting Harry Potter to be part of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and I really like the way this is all put together. It says dear, and of course it just has the dots here. Probably should have said Harry Potter, but so we are pleased to inform you have been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And these are 3 separate large panels, so they're 8 by 16, I believe, panels, and they're printed, which is very nice. And then, of course, you see the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry and Professor McGonagall's signature there. Looking at the back, there's this nice sticker right here. You can see the spine of the red book here as well. And there's this little container here. Some of this is just stuff that holds Hedwig on. But that little basket contains a bunch of these potion jars, which are all done very nicely. I think these are very cleverly done and have different contents in them. So this is a polyjuice potion. Here's like kind of a number and who packaged it. So that can fit right in here. So there are 4 of these jars. And here's some asphodel or powdered root of asphodel. I probably pronounced that wrong. It also has a little identification number and has some brown studs in there. Here we have some wormwood infusion, and this is some transparent green studs, kind of a darker color than our polyjuice potion. And then finally, we have gillyweed, and this is done using these branch pieces or seaweed type pieces, which makes a lot of sense. I think the way that these were built really looks like a nice little vial, and you can pop the top open and get the contents out of there. So another very nice little feature for the different reagents for potion making. Looking at Hedwig from the back, now obviously it's mostly white here, but there are a lot of details in this dark gray and black to give it just a little bit of character, to indicate some feathers. All of these different feathers here are positionable a little bit, so you can get that really nice wing effect. The tail feathers also can be spread out and positioned as well. A few other nice little details up in here just to give it a little more texture. And then if we move around to look at Hedwig from the front, she has this really nice spread wingspan. You can see all the detailing here up underneath her wings. Her head actually turns 360 degrees, so you can have her looking in multiple directions. There are these printed inverted tiles here with the gold around the black, which gives that really nice eye look. If we zoom in on her face here, you can see kind of this little hint of a beak here, these really nicely printed eyes. Overall, a really nice effect for Hedwig as part of this display, and certainly the key element in this display. Taking a quick look at the 3 minifigures that are included with this set. Once again, we get Minerva McGonagall, or Professor McGonagall here. Over here is Rubeus Hagrid. And then in the center, of course, is Albus Dumbledore. And there's this brick-built chocolate frog wrapper that goes around, and I think that was done very nicely. There is a sticker here for Albus Dumbledore, and then you have this really nice stand that all the minifigures go on to. And there are, in fact, some additional pieces that you can use, so let's get that set up. So the set does come with extra pieces to build this base out. In 2021, 7 sets came with these golden minifigures. So you can see over here I've got all the students. This is Hermione, Ron, and Harry. Of course, we just saw Hagrid, Dumbledore, Professor McGonagall. This is Severus Snape, Professor Quirrell, and of course, Lord Voldemort. Now you had to buy at least 7 sets to get all 9 of these golden figures. And of course, they've all got the 20-year anniversary of Harry Potter printed on their backs. But I think getting this set and having this really nice display stand to display all of them together, I thought was also a really nice touch to include with this set. Overall, you get some really fantastic things with this set. You get 3 of the golden minifigures from the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter. You get this wonderful display stand to put all of your golden minifigures on. The icons of Hogwarts really are very recognizable props and pieces and things that came with it. So on the bottom, you could imagine the open book being Tom Riddle's diary, being that black book, and then a couple other school books in the dark blue and the dark red. Of course, Harry's invitation to Hogwarts there as a very nicely put together printed piece. There are 3 separate printed pieces there. Of course, the golden snitch. And as you see behind, as I showed you, behind the letter, there's a storage rack there for various reagents for the potion maker. Harry's wand and glasses are here. There's a representation of the house scarves, as well as a brick-built chocolate frog. Then the Felix Felicis potion. And then, of course, my favorite, which is this Hedwig build, which just looks great on top of this set. So it really makes for a beautiful display piece, as well as some really nice collectible items, and really a great build of that chocolate frog. So this is the last Harry Potter set from the 2021 wave. I've seen some previews of the new sets that are coming out in March 2022, and I'll be reviewing those as soon as I get my hands on them. So I hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this set, and I'm going to get started on my next video. Until then, happy building.